Hello, welcome back to another video. It's me, Liriel, and today so the first thing that helps me with my language studies and learning things is having a binder. Then I put a notebook inside so that I can write down notes and stuff, and or this may just be obvious studying, but it really helps just to keep all the papers together so you have it all in one space and you don't need to like rifle around your stuff and try to find things. But when I started this, I also made Korean goals and like guidelines that I wanted to do so that I could follow that and have set goals that I wanted to achieve in learning it. Korean goals and guidelines thing. So I said that I wanted to practice writing Hangul and practice pronunciation, learn new Korean phrases and words and formalities like twice a week, because I feel like more than that it's just kind of hard to memorize all the things that you work on. For me, at least, I like to be able to memorize it and kind of just be able to process information and not just shove more in. And some of the goals that I wanted to do was to become an intermediate speaker. I also wanted to be able to understand Korean without subtitles. And I wanted to be able to read Hangul and just overall be able to understand what I'm doing. And these are probably going to take a while because you can't become an expert at a language overnight, obviously. And it's really surprising to me how some people can learn like 10 languages in 10 years, like some polyglots and stuff. I'm like, how? Yeah, I think that it's enough just to do 2 times a week to learn vocabulary and grammar and practice the writing style, and I think that's also beneficial to people with other languages as well, because then you can review every day what you learned and kind of just get it cemented into your head. And maybe one of those days that you're not learning new grammar, you can practice writing the Hangul version in my case. I also think it's a good idea just to kind of like every day, just to kind of like think in your head, okay, what do these words mean? How do I use them? Just, even if you don't like saying them out loud, but you can just think them in your head, remember what you know. And that's what I've done, and that's helped me a lot so that I can just remember it, because it's like, when I don't do that, I'm like, wait, what did I learn yesterday? And another thing that, like I said, I think it's really important to set goals, because if you don't have goals, like, what is your objective? I'm kind of like a checklist person, like, maybe a little bit more, not as high stress as some people who are just like have to check it off, but I do enjoy looking back and being like, oh, I did that, and yeah, I can check that off even if it's been 4 years. And the last one might seem a little silly, which it kind of is, but watching shows and music is really, really good if you want to be able to recognize people talking in it, and you can even learn how to say some things in it. And yeah, watching K-dramas if you're learning Korean is pretty okay if you want to like, if you want to. And that's the same with any language. It's really helpful to just listen to it and maybe like even like challenge yourself, like see, okay, let's see if I can recognize 1 word per sentence or something like that. That's something I do, and what I do is I try to watch at least 1 video in the language that I'm trying to learn, so that I can be like, okay, I know what they're saying, or like maybe you can learn from it, like, oh, I didn't know you could use jinsayo like that. Anyways, those are my tips. And also what I do, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, and if you want to subscribe, you can also do that down below.